So welcome everyone to this week's Frequency Intel, where I'm going to be reading the current energies and strategies and just the overall frequencies of what we're moving through, because the energies are so big and we are in such great change right now that I find it really beneficial to be able to read these current energies and have some ideas about how to move with these current energies. So the theme that's really coming through for this week is the alchemical material of lead. And what I'm really hearing is to take it easy. To take it easy this week. And what do they mean by that? They being the energies, the frequencies that are moving through, that are guiding us, because these energies are unpredictable. And as any of us know, when we work with lead, we're turning it into gold in the alchemist laboratory. So that is an unpredictable process, and we don't really know how it's all going to go. It's really all about experimentation and curiosity and stepping into that beautiful space of not knowing, and the energies of, I have no idea how this is going to work out, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. And then I'm going to take that information and I'm going to make a new plan and try that out and see what happens. And based on how the energies are flowing in any given moment, we can shift and change. So I think the advice of take it easy is really, really beneficial, because when we're working with this energy of the unknown, which is what we're all in, because where we're headed and what we're creating has never been created before. And so that brings us into this unknown, and these unpredictable energies are really the initiatory energies of this time. These are great times of initiation. And how do we walk through initiations? This energy is calling for us to go for it, to be the alchemist and to be the curious child, and to not need to know the how, but to know the why. Why are we doing something? And how to understand that is to dive into our deepest well of desire and curiosity and the flow state of being in ever-present change, and to allow the changes that are taking place to inform what we choose to do next. And through this beautiful energy of great discernment that we've cultivated these abilities through our journaling, through our practices, through our meditations, through our everything that we have been doing to cultivate our ability of self-awareness and self-love, is now available to inform us in these times of great uncertainty and this unpredictable energy. What I really see when I tap into that is this rolling highway. And if you've ever been on a really rolling highway, a highway that has a lot of ups and downs to it, like a roller coaster, but I don't see a roller coaster, I actually see a highway. And I see each one of us in our beautiful individual vessels that we are navigating, that we are steering and creating the path that we're walking on now. And that rolling highway is really that image is really telling us that we can't quite see what's over the next hill. But as we know, with any journey that we're taking, we trust that when we get to the top of the hill, when we crest the hill, we're going to see what's on the other side. And so that is requiring of us this beautiful courage that we've all cultivated as well, to make the changes that are being asked of us, so that we can live our most fulfilled, most alive, most aligned lives, most joyful, most abundant lives, and to step into the fullness of who we truly are. And so that requires that we have faith that when we get on the down to the bottom of the hill, and the next hill is on the horizon, and we can't see really where we're going, that we have to employ our ability to trust and be curious about what's over that next hill and keep going. So letting go of the need to have the whole picture is really a beautiful place to be in, because it allows for us to step onto timelines of great change that haven't been formulated yet, and create new paradise now in this moment that we have never experienced before. So letting go of needing to know the whole picture is a beautiful practice of just having one knowing. I know this one thing, so I'm going to try that out and see where that takes me. And that is going to inform this beautiful desire body in our sacral chakras to activate the deeper blueprints of our human experience, to help us move into higher states of consciousness and for where we are going as a species. We were talking about this last week. This information was coming through. And so this thread is moving through and helping us all navigate these times of uncertainty and unpredictable energies that are here this week from the alchemist's perspective, knowing that we have the desire to open the vessels, to open the portals of unconditional love, to open the portals, to open the vessels of loving ourselves into complete wholeness, into our most aligned, most abundant lives in this and every now moment. So we're really moving into what I love to think about as master receivership. So we're moving out of the paradigm of having to figure it out, having to do it all ourselves, having to push the boulder up the hill, all of those old strategies of the doing energy being the prominent, primary, sometimes only energy that we're moving with. And that is the beautiful masculine energy of the activation energy. But if it's not balanced with the beautiful receivership of the feminine energy, then everything goes wonky. And that's what we're seeing crumbling in our collective now. We're seeing the wonky creations that we've made that were not balanced. And so we are learning to master our ability to receive. And that is the ability to not need to know what's over that next hill, and to trust that what's over that next hill is amazing and phenomenal and joyful and expansive, because that is our intention, to experience those kinds of energies, and that we've planted those seeds to be birthed anew into the present now moment. And so mastering our receivership is taking a step and then leaning back and listening and being curious and assessing, and yes, using our beautiful masculine energy of discernment to discern what happened when I took that step. What were the results in my alchemical laboratory? And what do I need now to do now from the information that I have now? And leaning back to receive that information from our internal knowing. So I love this guidance for us, because what it says is feel before you act. So that's quite different than think before you act. The guidance that's coming through for us to move through these current energies is to feel before we act. And why is that? Because our feelings are the voice of our superconscious self. They are the voice of our superconscious mind, our divine mind, ourselves as creator source energy. So once we have that information, once we have we have felt how the results of the last step we took land within us and inform us from that place, then we can move into balancing, coming into balance with then discerning thinking from our conscious self, our human self. So this is marrying as above, our superconscious self, so below our primal self, our human self. Marrying those two energies, coming into balance and harmony, will give us the most beautifully aligned next step that we need to take on the journey of whatever it is that we are choosing to create in this moment. And we are all choosing to create in each and every moment. So if we're using these balanced ways of navigating these current energies, feeling before we act, and then discerning with the information that we have gleaned from our ability to tap into our superconscious self and know what is the next most aligned, most easeful, joyful, beautiful, abundant step that I can take on my journey. And then giving some space to that information for synchronicities, for opportunities, for invitations, for awarenesses, for new trains of thought that have never landed with us before, for new creative energy to flow through our central channel and land in our awareness, in our feeling body, so we can feel what is the next step, and to actually have it be gifted to us rather than trying to find it out. And that is the complete state of, that beautiful energy of faith and trust, combined with the beautiful heart chakra of compassion and love, takes us into our most exalted life, our most exalted experiences, the state of flow, where miracles are the norm, and where we have to look for where we're not experiencing miracles. And everything in every moment is a gift and a miracle to experience. And so this energy is so palpable right now. This energy of the lead of alchemy that turns into gold. So we're using this, and what lead is malleable, right? Lead is not hard like gold. It is malleable. It is transformable. It's like the clay that comes out of the earth. It gets turned into the vessel that holds our water, that nourishes and quenches us. That is the energy that we're working with. And so the strategies to work with this energy this week are really beautiful, beautiful energies. And to remember that we're in the season of spring. And what happens in the spring is really beautiful, because we don't exactly know what is going to bloom in our gardens, because the last seasons that we've gone through of the fall, the winter, the beautiful pollinators of our world, the bees and the birds and all of the creatures that move around through the landscape have pollinated the earth, and they've planted the seeds, they've spread the seeds of change. And so, as any gardener knows, the springtime happens and new things start to creep up through the soil. And this is where we are. And any good gardener knows, that's been working at it for a while, knows not to pull anything up that they think is a weed until they're certain that it's a weed. And so that's the energy that we're also in, is this beautiful springtime energy of curiosity, of wonder, of new creations happening for us. And to tap into that flow state where your time and space dissolve, and we are just in the natural flow. And we're gazing out over our beautiful garden that we've been cultivating and planting. And this is our internal garden. So the external garden is just a metaphor for our internal garden that we've been cultivating. And we have to see what is coming up in our garden before we begin to decide what to pull up. So the strategies for this week is the beautiful energy of separation. And what happens in separation is that we are making space for the energies, the creations that we have already created to come up into our awareness, to pull them apart, to separate them. And in alchemy, separation is one of the most exalted processes that we can use, because in alchemy, when separation happens, what is happening is we're separating the very valuable material out of what is holding the material, out of the matrix that's holding that beautiful, valuable information, material, awarenesses, insights, thoughts, feelings, and we're separating it out from what is no longer beneficial or useful material, and what is mucking up the works of getting to this gold. And so that this process of separation is being mindful and present in each and every moment, this coming cycle of the energies that we're in right now, and using our ability to feel what we feel and to separate out what is no longer beneficial to us, and to keep to cultivate what we've gleaned out of what we've previously created, that previous cycle, and to begin to cultivate that anew from this new awareness of not knowing exactly how things are going to turn out, right? Be on that rolling, that beautiful rolling highway of life, and let it inform you in each and every moment. And so, one of the really practical awarenesses that is coming through that we can use is, I love Pema Chodron. Her work is phenomenal. It is masterful information for how to be human. And she wrote a book called Comfortable with Uncertainty, I believe is the title, something like that. That may not be exactly the exact title, but I suggest, if this energy is really tossing you about, if this energy is really uncomfortable, if you're having a lot of disruptive energies arising, learning to be comfortable with uncertainty gives us the power tool of being able to deeply connect into our creation potential, into our erotic, sensual energy that we use to create life from. Life, not just human birth, although that is a part of it, but our lives. And we use our sensual, our erotic energy to romance life into being. And this is what we're being offered at this time with these beautiful energies that we're moving through. And if there are energies that are arising within you, if there are parts of you that are arising, like I had a part that arose in me that was frustrated, very frustrated. And what we can do with those energies that arise in us, first of all, acknowledge that this is being human. There is nothing wrong with me. There is nothing that I need to fix. There is nothing that I need to fight. And there's nothing that I need to figure out in this moment. And yes, there's a time and a place for doing deep healing, shadow work, core wound healing, soul retrieval, fragment retrieval. All of those are valid ways of moving back into our wholeness. Yes. And we can also recognize that when an energy like frustration arises, that we can simply acknowledge that we are frustrated. This is me being human. And love that part of me back into wholeness. So that is the strategy to use when we are moving through this energy and we are in this place of unpredictability. Something else that could arise is fear, right? And not allowing the fear to take over you, but to work with the fear and to decide, is this fear legitimate? Does it have a legitimate reason for being here? Or is this illusory fear that I need to dismiss out of my paradigm? Because we have all been programmed ad nauseum with fear. And so, what am I feeding myself? Am I feeding myself on the fear of the collective, or am I feeding myself on my knowing, my certainty that I am safe, that I am provided for in each and every moment, and that I am the creator of my reality? And so, if a legitimate fear arises, approaching that part of us with, this is me. This is a part of me that is human, that is in the uncertainty and feels uncomfortable with uncertainty. And so, what can we do with that part of us? Bring that part in and love them unconditionally. I love you. I'm here for you. I am taking care of you. I am providing for you. I am protecting you. I am awake. I am aware. And I am the one that you're looking for. I am the one that you are looking for. I am the one that is here to parent you. I am the one that is here to help you feel safe, confident, cared for, loved, protected, provided for at all times. And so just tapping into that ability that we have cultivated to nurture ourselves, the parts of us, the energies within us that make us human, that may have the ability to take us out of our center, and to just simply love that part of us back into the whole. Invite that part back into the beautiful, nurturing, this beautiful cave, this beautiful sanctuary inside the heart, and to welcome that part in with all of its uncertainty and not need that part to change. Oh, just feeling that energy, knowing that we can do this, just opens my heart. It opens my heart because it puts us in the driver's seat of our life on that rolling highway. And we get to choose. We get to choose how we navigate life. We get to leave our hearts open and not close them for fear of being hurt, for fear of not being safe, because we are safe, we are provided for, and we are the ones creating that safety and that beautiful, fully resourced life in each and every moment. We are the creators, and we are taking back our power to know that we are the creators of our reality. And it just activates every heart frequency, every love molecule in my body and in everyone's body that is available to say, no, I am leaving my heart open. I am not going to close my heart, and I'm not going to withdraw from life. I am not going to protect myself from an illusory threat. I wish this for all of us, and it is a practice to cultivate. And this is how I know to do this practice. And so I hope that you all will utilize this way of really mastering the mind, mastering the subconscious mind, where all of those programs are stored, and that we are learning to cultivate our ability to create from our super conscious self, from our super conscious mind that knows what I am sharing is fundamentally true, wise, and wholly available to each and every human being on the face of the earth. Oh, that's a lot of love. It's a lot of love to connect into. It's a lot of love to activate. It's a choice to say, I am choosing to keep my heart open in each and every moment. And that is my love and encouragement for all of us to walk through these energies in this coming cycle. And I want to also encourage us to be in that space of, no matter what is arising in each and every moment, to just continue to take the next step, to use these practices and principles that I've been channeling through today in this frequency intel, and to just continue to take the next step, even when it feels like, this is really challenging, and I'm going to do it anyway. Um, mm, that, I think, is everything that wants to come through for us today. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who have joined me here live. I'm so grateful for your presence. I can feel your beautiful energy. I feel this gorgeous circle of connection that we're creating by being here. And that includes everyone that will hear this, these messages, this intel, these strategies for being human on the planet at this time of new birth. We're birthing a new world into reality. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your time space with me, for sharing your love, for sharing your wisdom, for sharing all of your open hearts, and for riding this journey of being human and divine at one time, and just in sheer and utter delight of being on this journey with you. I'm so grateful. I love you all, and I will look forward to connecting with you next next Sunday. I'm super high right now. I'm not in linear time right now. I will really look forward to connecting with you next Sunday at 5 Mountain Time, and sharing the beautiful messages that want to come through. Just remembering that beautiful symbol of the Ankh, that the tree of life, that you are that tree of life, and that you are pure, divine, unconditional love. I love you. We'll see you soon. Mwah.